Like beef, you're going to love this. This is Justin Kane, the chef from Shula 347 inside the Hilton Providence. Of course, Don Shula, the legendary coach with the Baltimore Colts, and of course the undefeated Miami Dolphins 1972 team, started all of this way back when. He's got a bunch of restaurants around the country. Now he's got one in Providence. Tell us what we're going to cook today, Justin.
Well, today,
stupid question. Obviously beef.
We're doing beef today. Our first is going to be our Shula 16-ounce Cowboy steak.
Okay.
One of the famous.
Now, which
Shula
one is that?
cuts.
Can you point that one to me?
That's one right in the center.
Okay.
We've got a bone-on ribeye, 16 ounces of meat.
Beautiful.
We're going to be grilling that up, finishing in the oven for you guys.
Great. Give me some of the ingredients going to go into it.
For that one, very simple. Shula prides themselves on a wet-aged steak, so we do very little to...
What's a wet-aged steak? Explain that to me.
A wet-aged steak is something that's been fabricated in a plant, cut, cryovac, and is aged in a cryovac for a minimum of 21 days to 28 days.
I see.
So we serve it at about the 28-day mark.
Okay.
So it's developed a lot of flavor, so we try not to interfere with the flavor of the steak.
Gotcha. Now we've got some things here we're gonna use on here. Tell us what we got.
We're going to do an accompaniment of one of our items on the menu, a citrus rice pilaf.
Okay.
So we got a short grain rice, lemon zest, garlic, ginger, a vegetable base, and a couple of garnishes, red pepper and scallions.
And you know, basically we're basically keeping it simple, aren't we?
Very much.
We don't want to get in the way of the flavor of the steak.
A lot of steakhouses finish theirs with sauces and fancy toppings. Shula's, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
Nope.
The beef is what sells.
Beef is what sells.
And if you got a good piece of beef that's still twitching a little bit, as I like to say, then you're doing okay.
That's it.
All right, Justin, can't wait to start.
Me too.
All right, Courtney, back to you.
Well, I tell you what, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What is it, on Sunday? Sunday. And if you're looking for a place to go where the men are going to be happy, and from the looks of it, from the looks of the desserts here, the women are going to be happy, we got to come to you.
Absolutely.
I understand we're going to get started on the rice pilaf, right?
We're going to start that while we go.
All right. How do we start with the rice pilaf? A little bit of oil in the pan?
A little bit of oil.
Okay.
For this recipe, we're going to do 2 ounces. We're going to hold back on ½ ounce.
And is that olive oil?
This is olive oil.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's the difference between rice pilaf and just regular rice?
For us, normally the difference is in terms of a cooked pasta. Ours actually, in fact, doesn't have a cooked pasta.
Okay.
It's a completely vegan recipe that we're going to be doing.
Very interesting to have a vegan recipe at a steakhouse. I have to say, you are quite a complex man, Justin. So we're going to put in, what was this, yellow onions, about a cup?
We're doing white onions, actually.
White onions, okay.
And we're going to do a tablespoon of garlic.
Okay, we love garlic around here.
2 tablespoons of ginger puree.
Ooh, that has a nice scent. What does that do? Just add a depth of flavor?
Oh, absolutely. Ginger and lemon zest go together very well.
Very nice.
Not too much heat here. We're snapping and popping now. Want to get the rest of them in there really quick.
Okay.
3 tablespoons of lemon zest.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of vegetable base.
I like where this is going.
Every now and then you'll get the guest who requests a vegetarian meal. So we like to have something to offer them. They get stuck on dates.
Yeah. That's mistake number 1. If you're taking your date out on Valentine's Day and you don't know that she's a vegetarian and you decide to take her to a steakhouse, Justin will hook you up, but you're going to have to make amends with a serious amount of wine and desserts, don't
Absolutely.
you think? Absolutely. We're going to start kind of cooking up the pilaf here and kind of letting this get all glazed over from the oil.
We're going to coat the rice, absolutely.
Coat the rice. That's the appropriate technique.
Stir that in.
Well, I tell you what, in just a moment, we're going to talk more about the rice pilaf. We're going to get our steak cooking, and we're going to talk about some options for Valentine's Day. But for now, back over to you. Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the kitchen, we're cooking up some steak with executive chef Justin Kane, and I find it very interesting. You're fully armored for your profession here. You got your meat thermometer, you got your tongs.
Right.
We're good to go.
Ready to go. Shula's 347 down at the Hilton in Providence.
And actually, Justin told me the best way to describe it
used to be
the old Holiday Inn, which is Stowe, Rhode Island. You know, the old whatever.
Yeah.
Stowe, Rhode Island. Okay, so what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to start by season up our steak.
Okay. That's a Cowboy steak, correct?
This is the 16-ounce Cowboy.
Holy cow. That's half a cow right there.
That's half a cow. Shula's use just plain salt and pepper for their seasonings. And we do grill marks on the 10 and 12, so you get that nice crosshatch mark.
Now, does that enhance the flavor, or is that just more typical of how the dish has always been prepared?
Meaning the
When you put it on the grill, I mean, because we're going to finish this in the oven, right?
Absolutely.
So, does the grill marks, do they actually do anything for the flavor?
They do on an actual grill. On a cast iron, they're really just for show.
Gotcha. So we're improvising a little bit here on the road show today.
Now, what kind of heat are we keeping this at?
We like to keep it hot. Our grill at the restaurant stays about 800 to 900 degrees.
Which you can't get at home.
Very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 500 degrees in your average oven at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
These will crank out some heat, but not quite as much as
not like that. You need that. Yeah.
90,000 BTU.
And does that, when you guys do that, does that kind of like seal in the juices? Is that what it does?
It partly seals in the juices, but again, the Shula cut being the premium Black Angus hand-cut steaks, they really have that 21-day aging in there, which is why we don't rely on the grill for flavoring so much.
Gotcha.
Now tell me the different kinds of cuts that you have.
Yeah, you brought along a whole bunch.
Yeah, we brought along our 3 featured Shula cuts on our menu. We have our 8-ounce barrel-cut beef tenderloin.
Okay.
The 60-ounce Cowboy, which we're featuring today.
Right.
And we also have a 14-ounce New York strip loin steak.
This cut over here is my favorite, though.
That
Nick, if
cut
you could
there,
just show this one, because this is my favorite cut of beef. Oh, it's not beef?
Not beef.
My mistake.
No, it's another vegetarian one.
I'm going with the New York strip. The New York strip is the one for me. That or the filet. I mean, I love the Cowboy, don't get me wrong. I mean, I won't turn it down if you want to give it. Trust me. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But.
So how long are we going to do this before we flip it?
Well, we're going to mark it twice. Usually we have, at 900 degrees, you're looking at about 13 seconds per mark.
Wow.
When it's hot.
Yeah.
Here we're doing about twice that, it looks like.
Right.
And I see over here you made the a little bit of rice pilaf. We're still cooking that up.
Yep, still cooking up.
Now, if somebody came into the restaurant and they said they wanted a well done, is that going to happen?
It happens. We like to tell them it'll be a little longer than the norm.
Right. But you kind of raise your eyebrow and maybe talk under your breath a little bit?
No, not at all. People are welcome to their liking.
Okay, I got you.
Their liking.
I got you, you know, because I told you earlier, I like it when it's still...
He likes it still moving.
I like it when it's still moving a little bit.
We can accommodate.
Yeah.
We can accommodate.
Hey, listen, Don Shula started this how many years ago, do you know?
I'm going to guess 7 or 8 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago. Down in Miami was the first.
Miami, yep.
Was the first. But is it called was it the 947 down there?
No. The first one was the Don Shula Steakhouse.
Right.
They now have 4 concepts.
4 concepts. Okay.
Ours is the 3rd.
Okay, great. And how many? You have 4. You have 4 restaurants around the country.
No, we have 30.
You have 30 around the country.
30 Don Shulas, but there's 1 resort restaurant.
Right.
The other ones are split between the 347, the Don Shula's Original, and the Don Shula's 2.
What's the concept of yours? What makes it different?
The Don Shula Steakhouse is a fine dining, white linen, very large portion.
A great place for Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
The Don Shula's 2 is more of a grill pub scene.
Okay.
The 347 is what they consider the hybrid in between.
Oh, very interesting.
We're still fine dining, no white tablecloth.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about wearing a jacket, that sort of thing.
So instead, the original Don Shula's, you could get Bob Kuchenberg in there, but for the 947, you could put Larry Zonka in.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Well put. Now, after we do this with the grill marks, what is the temperature of the oven over here, and how long are we
about
put in?
425, 450 on convection.
Okay.
And again, we finish it to their liking. So if they're looking for a medium rare, you're generally looking at about 10 minutes.
Very nice. One other question I had for you: do you recommend that people make reservations for Valentine's Day?
Oh, absolutely. Reservations always recommended, but not required.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to throw this steak in just a minute into the oven at 425 for how long?
We're going to give that about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, but in the meantime, I know we have one that's already finished.
We do. It's bottom oven.
Bottom oven.
Let's get our...
We're going to have to go to weather soon because
the weather.
we got some snow coming our way.
But it looks delicious.
The weather.
I know. Let me get this out of your way.
Take a look at that.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, thanks so much for being here this morning. I'm going to pass over a nice...
No. Why don't you take a
Well, we're not finished quite yet.
Oh.
Not finished. Our steaks are finished with a little brush of butter.
Oh, you got to love that.
It gives off that beautiful sheen.
Sure.
And our grilled asparagus, we finish with a little balsamic glaze.
Loving it. All right, Justin, I'm going to dig in.
Now you can dig in.
Oops.
There you go.
Get a little bite of this.
Look at
that is delicious.
That good?
So good. You're going to love this.
Yeah, that's great.
It's going to be really good.
Fantastic.